Hello pen friends, it's JK Pens and I'm back with the fourth in our series of inexpensive demonstrators. What you see before you is not, I repeat not, a TWSBI Eco. This is a Lanbitou 3059. Okay, this is another very inexpensive Chinese pen. We just last time saw the Wingsung 3008. So these are similar yet different. And just for comparison, here is an actual TWSBI Eco. So you can see that the Lanbitou chases the Eco in terms of the cap shape, the presence of a red finial on the cap. The cap is hexagonal, and then this broad band at the base of the cap. So it is much more like an Eco than the Wingsung 3008 was. So that's a little bit about the pen. Like the 3008 and the Eco, looks like it will hold about 2 mils of ink. I haven't actually measured it for this one. And like the 3008, the Lanbitou has the Lamy style nib rather than the Eco style nib, and the clear feed and collectors. The piston lowers smoothly and also has a positive stop with a click when it is retracted. There's a lot of play in it, which probably isn't a problem in practice, but you know, one of the things that's nice about the Ecos is there is no play in the knob when the piston is retracted. There was a little bit of, actually quite a bit of play with this one as well, so I would say these two are on par. The piston assembly here is all black, whereas it was partially transparent on the Wingsung. So again, this looks much more like an Eco. I haven't tested to see if the caps are exactly the same. That would be curious. Let's see. They're not threaded the same. So they're very similar in size, but not threaded the same. The 3059 is also like the Wingsung. You can disassemble it without tools. It's a little harder to get it started, but there we go. This ring does come off. And that allows you to, it's easier if it's partially attached, there we go, to remove the piston assembly for maintenance. So it is disassemblable without a tool. I don't get the sense that it's going to come apart spontaneously. Interestingly, it has an O-ring back here, which I think, like on the Eco, is to hold the cap on, so for posting. So let's see. Yeah, it does have a nice snug post. Like the Eco and the Wingsung, it also has a O-ring where the body meets the cap to help keep the ink from drying out. I find this one, yeah, it's also almost impossible to uncap one-handed, like the Wingsung. It's maybe a little easier. It's more like the Eco than the Wingsung. Also, like the Wingsung, it has a metal clip. It's clearly just stamped metal. I don't know if you can see the marks from where just the stamp went right through the metal there. It's a little, I would say, more elegant than the Wingsung, which has this huge oversized clip, and it actually does have a logo. So Lanbitou has gone to a little more effort to brand their pens. It also does have that lovely Home Depot Phillips screw holding the finial and clip together, which just kind of cracks me up. Okay, so that's an overview of the pen. So let's ink her up and see how it writes. So I've got a sheet of paper here. We're going to try Monteverde Malibu Blue. If I remember correctly, this ink was a door gift at an attendee gift at the San Francisco Pen Show in 2019. I think that's where I got Malibu Blue. It's a kind of blurply ink, and I don't have it in a pen right now, but I will in a moment. I've not done anything to this pen. I've not tuned it. I didn't even bother flushing this one. It didn't feel like it had a bunch of machining oil or anything. So inked up real nice. So you can see the ink sloshing around in the barrel. In brighter light, you would be able to actually see some of the color coming through, but you can see it in the section pretty nicely. I do like these, on these demonstrator pens, I actually do like the transparent plastic feeds and collectors, because it really just brings out the color more. which is, I think, part of the fun of a transparent demonstrator. All right, shall we see how this thing writes? So, it also, again, here we go with the super opinionated triangular grip. So very, very similar grip design to the Wingsung. Not like an Eco, probably more like an Eco T. I would say even more opinionated than like a Lamy Safari or All-Star. Again, not my favorite. I actually do use a 3-finger grip, but I find these really triangular ones just slightly unpleasant to hold. Okay, so here we go. This is the... Wow. I have to say, that's pretty nice. Like, especially compared if you watched the Wingsung video, this is nice and wet and smooth right away. Like, again, I did nothing to this pen except ink it. So, yeah, again, this pen came with no packaging, and I'm not even sure it was in a plastic sleeve. It probably was, which is fine with me. So I'm positively impressed with this one. Like, if I had to choose this over the Wingsung, it's also not a very fine. Like, you can see that line width there. It's fine, but it's not super fine. I would choose this one right out of the gate. Very little feedback, very smooth. Let's just take a look at the nibs side by side. So on the left is the Lanbitou, and on the right is the Wingsung. Interestingly, the nib does not have a breather hole. I don't think it really needs one. It seems to be working fine. They seem to be a little... The Wingsung has slightly longer, more steeply tapered nib. But again, I suspect a Lamy nib would go on here if you want to have more variety or order an interesting design nib, like from Bobby, who makes customized Lamy nibs, etc. So this, the ink was Monteverde, Malibu blue. Let's do some fast writing, see how it does. Yeah, it's keeping up fine. Yep. No skipping, no hard starting. It could be my imagination, but it looks like the flow is a little uneven. Maybe that was just the speed I was writing at. Like, this is, can't tell if you can see that on the video, but this is noticeably more saturated, darker. Maybe it does need a breather hole. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But yeah, totally passable. I mean, if you want an inexpensive transparent piston filling pen that you can ink up, you know, obviously I'm recording these and I'm not, you know, I could come back and do a follow-up recording in 6 months to see how the ink is lasting, but it seems to have the right design characteristics to like the Wingsung, to hold on to the ink for quite a while. So straight up, like, comparison between these two, I definitely like the Lanbitou 3059 more than the Wingsung 3008. It just, I think the band on the cap, even if it is a little bit more TWSBI knockoff, it just looks better than this gaudy finial. And the clip is nicer, and the writing experience out of the gate was much better. So I think if we were doing an elimination type thing, this one would eliminate the 3008. But we're not. We're going to keep plowing through. Next time, let's see, I don't remember what's on the docket for next time. Next time we'll look at a different pen. It won't be a piston, I know that. And we'll continue marching through the different budget demonstrators on the market. Thanks, as always, for watching. Bye-bye.